relatives, welcome to this week's Schlagbait for the week November 11th, 2013, entitled Pimps For Pills. And forgive my nasal stuffiness, my sinuses are clogged. Bear with me. The pharmaceutical industry is a major financial supporter of psychiatric education in this country. Without their money, most departments of psychiatry would not be able to afford the cost of their training programs. The result of this interesting interdependent relationship has been the gradual movement of psychiatry into a specialty that now explains all of its successes and failures in terms of brain biology, and we seek to develop drugs that minimize those symptomatic behaviors. Many training programs no longer teach psychotherapy at all. We are becoming a specialty of psychopharmacologists, prescribing drugs that have been inadequately tested, are often ineffective, indeed harmful, having deadly side effects, and about whose long-term impact we don't know a whole lot about. Big Pharma encourages early release of new drugs, and they encourage the publication of only positive results. And unapproved off-label uses, which results in massive healthcare fraud. In July of 2012, GlaxoSmithKline made the largest healthcare fraud settlement in U.S. history when they agreed to pay a $3 billion fee for illegally promoting antidepressants for use in kids and adolescents, many of whom it made sicker. Just weeks ago, Janssen Pharmaceuticals, a Johnson & Johnson company, was fined $1.6 billion for making false claims about the use of their antipsychotic drug Risperdal as a treatment for agitation in demented elderly patients, even though it's never been approved for such use. Will these abuses change psychiatric training and practice? I think not. I read this announcement in the Psychiatric Times recently. The Rutgers Medical School Department of Psychiatry, in partnership with Otsuka America Pharmaceutical, has created a year-long fellowship for an early career psychiatrist, somebody interested in gaining experience in the design and execution of clinical trials, participating in industry team meetings, relating to clinical and regulatory issues, writing publications, and participating in product development. This is just more sophisticated psychiatric pimping by Big Pharma, who are defining psychiatry and psychiatrists as drug merchants for diseases whose causes we can't explain and drugs that have deadly side effects. We must stop labeling unacceptable feelings and behaviors as mental illnesses. Don't get sucked in by the relentless pharmaceutical marketing that says if you're feeling anything other than wonderful in every moment that you could be suffering from a disease, for which of course there is a pill. This strategy has resulted in 25% of all Americans being diagnosed as mentally ill. We would eliminate 90% of the mental illness in this country. And we would stop the massive over-prescribing of drugs if we eliminated direct-to-consumer marketing by pharmaceutical companies. Stop having the wool pulled over your eyes. Look again at what it is that they're telling us, and remember, there are many ways to heal the body and soul. And because you're feeling badly doesn't mean that it's not going to get better. Most of us will. Find somebody to talk to, make connections, build community. That's how we sustain ourselves in the future. Connect with those things that remind you that you're not alone. Have a great week. I say this for all my relations. Mitakuye.